as dry as a desert. His palms were sweaty. "Please," Zebulon prayed. "Please let them hold off until we load up and light a shuck." It would be folly to try and take the plues. Every precious second wasted was another closer to the grave. Anyone with half a brain would forget the hides and just ride. But they had gone to so much trouble. He owed it to Lou, and to his beloved wife, bless her departed soul. It was over a mile to the clearing, a harrowing mile, every step possibly his last. Zebulon's buckskins were plastered to his skin, and his scalp was prickling as if from a heat rash, when at last he spotted the horses and the bales and Lou sharpening a scraper on a whetstone. Zebulon opened his mouth to shout, but his throat was too dry. All he could do was squeak like a pathetic, tiny mouse. Lou had not noticed the danger, which was understandable. The blue sky, the lazy, pillowy clouds that drifted overhead, the gentle breeze rustling the slender aspens, all conspired to give a person a false sense of peace and security. Zebulon had to swallow 3 or 4 times before his vocal cords would work. By then he was at the clearing's edge, and swore he could feel unseen eyes bore into his back. "Lou," he said urgently. His pride and joy swung around. A warm smile nipped in the bud. "Pa? What's the matter?" "Trouble," Zebulon said, struggling to stay calm, to keep his tone level. He imagined Lou scalped and staked out naked, and inwardly quaked. Dear Lord, no! It was bad enough he had lost Lou's ma to the fever. He wouldn't lose their offspring, too. Not when he had promised Marcy to take special care of the child, to see to it that Lou grew up to be a credit to them both. "What kind of trouble, Pa?" Anxiety tore at Zebulon's vitals. Lou was so young, so tender. Only 16. Sweetly innocent 16. It would be the ultimate injustice to deprive someone that age of life and future happiness. "Injuns." Zebulon's voice was raspier than he intended, thanks to a constriction in his throat. Lou scanned the woods. "What tribe?" "I don't rightly know," Zebulon admitted. "They ain't shown themselves yet." "Maybe they're friendly." "Not likely. Peaceable Injuns don't skulk about swapping bird calls. I got a powerful bad feeling about this." Zebulon motioned. "Mount up and head for the pass. I'll be along directly." "And leave you here alone?" Raw emotion threatened to wash over Zebulon in a tidal wave of commingled grief and joy. "Don't sass me now, child. It ain't the right time or place." Lou was moving toward another rifle, propped on a log. "I'm not a sprout anymore. I can do as I darn well please. For my sake. Go." "No." "Just like your ma," Zebulon said softly, more to himself than to Lou. His darling Marcy had possessed a stubborn streak a mile wide. Otherwise, she had been as fine a wife as any man ever had. Tender, considerate, and playful under the bedcovers. Another piercing cry reminded him they did not have a moment to spare. He glanced at the peltries, reluctant to part with a single one. Yet some had to be left behind or they would lose their lives. "Saddle old Jake and Fancy. I'll load the pack animals." "We're taking an awful risk." That they were. Sensible trappers would ride off bareback and forget the hides. But Zebulon couldn't, not even when his life depended on it. He ran to the bales and hauled one toward the string. Lou worked quickly, one eye on the